Hello and welcome, listeners, to podcast number 160, having pictures and words in my podcast and vlogs. Ooh, exciting. So today is Saturday, May 30th. 2020. Yes. And since it is Saturday, that means it is Step Up Saturday, where I take something to the next level. Yeah, and improve upon it. And today's thing I'm improving upon is having pictures and words in my vlogs and podcasts, because they just look so much cooler with them in it. Don't you think so? I think so. Oh yes, oh yes. As you may have seen in my croissant video, here's the link, I put out a while ago, there was a whole lot of pictures in it, which was so much better than me just standing there going blah 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 blah. Because you had something else besides me to look at. Not that just looking at me is bad, it's just that the pictures gave the video a bit more oomph, like this. Oomph, oomph, oomph. On the flip side of that, I am not going to have as many pictures as there was in that one, because that was a whole lot of work. Or, what I could do is, instead of using a different croissant for each time I said croissant, I could use the same croissant for each time I said croissant. However, that does not mean there will be no pictures in it. It just means there won't be as many pictures in it. As many different pictures. But it's because it's so much more work. I mean, you gotta go on your computer, you gotta find the picture, you gotta crop it, then you gotta put it into a separate thingy, and you gotta stick it on there and do a whole bunch of things with different stuff. But it's just annoying. But I still will have pictures in there to keep it interesting. So, when you see I have watched, you see, when I have watched past vlogs and podcasts compared to that croissant one, which is much more fun because there is pictures in it, along with me talking. And when you have more things in a video, the more interesting it becomes. Yes, it does when you have more time. Yeah. Then, to go along with the pictures in the video, there will be words to go along that pop up, like this one here. Pop up! Or come in from the side like this. Ooh, look at it come in from the... Or even, I twirl in like this. Ooh, like pretty. But I don't know about the twirling. I'm not sure that's one. No. Because I'm trying to make it as interesting as it can be for the date, or what the podcast it is. For the date, it might be a pop-up. Like, boop, date, because it's just one whole thing. But for when the podcast number comes in, I'm planning on having the numbers come in with my hand like you saw at the beginning. So when they do come in, it'll come in to complete the podcast number, and they'll come in one at a time. Like it'll be 160 for today. Now, to make the words more interesting, rather than having them just show up like they have, what I'm going to do is this. And maybe just have them come in one letter at a time, which is a lot of work. But you know what? There is no excuse for laziness here. Oh no. Just take the opening of this for an example. Also, the video, also for the videos to be more interesting, it is I'm going to make each letters, each letter each day, each letters are going to be different colors and a different font. Because when you just do white Times New Roman, it gets a little bit boring, oh yes, but if you do white, a crazy font, and then paragraph, crazy font, it keeps interesting. Now, what I'm not going to use is boring fonts like that Times New Roman, as you see here, or or some junky one, boring one like that. Instead, I'm going to use curvy, wavy ones like this. See, curvy, wavy like that. Because we all want it to be interesting. Now, I do not know of any other way that I am going to improve on my videos, except, I may be including audio from your ears, from this ears, into them, like in the beginning when the intro is, and like before, in the past I've had music there, but I haven't lately. But that's what I'm going to get back to, because it might be a cool tune that is not just a guitar tune, because one instrument is kind of boring, and we don't want to be bored. Oh no, that is a maybe for the audio. So, with all that said, I think you know how I plan to improve on my podcasts and vlogs by having pictures and words in them. So, a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe, and